All right, it is 6 o'clock or a little bit after. We do have a quorum, so I will call this meeting to order. Roll call has been taken digitally. This meeting of the Ripon Area School District Board of Education has been properly noticed in accordance with the open meeting law and state statute 19.84 and related legal references. We are one of Wisconsin's finest school districts, fostering excellence for all through innovation. Are there any written comments?
There are not.
Has anyone signed up?
Double check. I don't believe so. No.
All right. Unless anyone has an adjustment of the agenda to suggest, we will adopt it as presented. Anybody have an adjustment? All right. And we will simply accept it and move on to announcements of contributions to the district.
All right. We want to thank the East Central Benefit Tractor Crews for their donation to our special needs funds in the amount of $3,702. Alliance Laundry Systems, a $15,000 donation to the Ripon High School robotics team. Panoramic Financial Solutions, a $500 donation to the robotics team. And Webster's United Food Service Incorporated, $20,000, which is the final payment of a Ripon High School facilities pledge. We're very thankful for all of the support from our community.
Fantastic. You're up.
Couple things that happened. A couple weeks ago, there was homecoming. The actual week contained hallway decorating activities during advisory dress-up days. There was a lot of participation, which can always be hard in a high school because some people want to be kind of stubborn, but I thought that it ended up turning out quite good. Then on Friday, we had an assembly. Homecoming court got acknowledged. Mr. Coldy Polash was our distinguished alumni of the year, and he spoke some words. The sports then all went up team by team, and then their coach or leader kind of said something about everyone. We had a talent show, and then the band played a special performance. And then the afternoon assembly, we had a ton of games. So a couple was dodgeball students versus teachers and tug of war. And we informed the students of what was to come that evening. So like the parade and the football game, and then the Saturday activity, so the dance. The parade, I think everything ran smoothly and kids got candy, so that's good too. The football game, during halftime, court got presented and Mr. Corey Polash was presented, words were spoken upon him, and then we won, which was also very good, first in 15 games. And then the dance was held here Saturday, 8 to 11 p.m., and I didn't hear anyone complain about that either, so that's a good sign. We had the German band, or a German band, come visit us this past Tuesday. I think it's pronounced Frederick, Ra, and Band. One of our Spanish and German teachers, Mrs. Seiler, had been working with them and communicating with them to see if they could come. So German band and choir kids could watch their concert that was held in the auditorium, and kids from Elmira and Fond du Lac High School even supposedly came, which was pretty cool. FFA and ag classes had the chance to go to the Dairy Expo that was in Madison. They go every year, but about 30 to 40 kids went, so that's a big group. And then the soccer new school record, their current record is 14-3, which is the most amount of wins. And the past record was 13, which was back in 2019, so that's also something good to be proud of. And then some things for the future is we're planning the Halloween Bash, which is always held here on Halloween from 5 to 7. So some clubs that will be participating in that is FBLA, Student Council, Spanish Club, and Science Club. So that's something we do just to get kids in the community involved so they could see what things are about, just to kind of sprinkle a couple fun things in their mind at the clubs and give them candy and have them have some motor skills, I guess, by having everyone plan different activities for them. So that's something really fun, and I think right now it's kind of steady for what we're planning student-wise, but the Halloween Bash is something that's exciting to look forward to.
Great
That was
job.
a lot, sorry if anyone
No,
else.
that's great.
Great.
Good job.
Thank you.
Very nice.
All right. And you're excused.
Nice job.
Thank you so much.
So we'll move on to action items, new business. Consider approval of the 2024-25 tax levy and budget changes. Is there a motion to put that on the floor? Approval as presented.
Second.
Any discussion, any questions? Jonah is available if you have any. None?
And I thought the presentation at the annual meeting was comprehensive and clear.
All right, I will call for the vote. There we go. And all 5 of us vote in favor. So we have professional staff hirings. Is there a motion to approve the hiring of Molly Houlihan as special education teacher at Murray Park West?
Move to approve.
Second.
Thank you, Gary. Thank you, Denise. Any comments or questions? Seeing none, call for the vote. Also approved unanimously. And that takes us to staffing changes report. So just a report on all the changes that have taken place in the last year. Any comments or questions about the reports?
Just a comment, when you put it all together like this, it's overwhelming how much has
Change.
transpired and changed. I mean, you get them kind of here and there, but when you see them all together, it's a lot of change.
And then when you multiply that by all the hours of
Yes,
maintenance.
I mean, the summer has sort of been, it's always busy. Nicely done, all of you.
Do you do exit interviews? Do you have get like a summary or?
You do?
Is that something
Share
you
that
could?
with the board?
Yeah, that would be great, just to see.
And we usually put some of that feedback to our annual report because it's just a nice
Sure.
snapshot of kind of what maybe transpired, the moves, or like, some of the resignations are actually people stepping up into leadership positions and those kind of things. So it's kind of fun to see
Yeah, that would be great.
in other districts that they weren't hired for. So yeah, it's kind of fun to see.
Yeah. That's good.
Right. Then we have the consent agenda. Is there any item anyone wants or needs to remove from the consent agenda? Then I'll take a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented.
Motion to approve.
I'll second.
You may vote. Passes unanimously. So possible upcoming action items. So we have the academic and career planning guide for 25-26 with the list of substantive changes. Not too many. Any comments or questions?
Looks good.
All right. And part of that, of course, there were a couple updated course proposals. So there is Principles of Leadership course proposal. Any comments or questions on that? All right. This will come back to us. And then we have the proposal for air conditioning system replacement at Murray Park West. Questions, comments?
Here's Josh.
We farther along on getting the more information on what people are going to charge?
Well,
Air conditioning. Oh, sorry. So this is actually the air conditioning for the middle of the building, so the special is the office area, library. I'm anticipating this one being pretty aggressive as well, like the last one was, for the classrooms. The classrooms we thought were gonna be close to that 200,000, and we came in a little, around 120. So I'm hoping this one will come in, and we limped this one along because we didn't want to do both of them at the same time. But I think, you know, my hope is that we'll get it pretty aggressive. We'll kind of look at the same group of people, or same group of vendors that we had reached out originally. I try to stay with the people that we've either used during renovations or what we've used in the past, but then I'm also open to really anybody that wants to bid something, you know, as long as it's apples to apples. So I'm just hoping the classroom one gets installed in the next couple of weeks. Because we're a little delayed, but they're still assuring me it will be in before it so flies. So.
Anything else from anyone? All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Brian.
Superintendent reports.
I don't have any legislative updates, so that's a good thing.
Teaching and learning reports. Curriculum department highlights for October. Any comments or questions for Chrissy?
Kind of like Chrissy.
Yes, yeah. My apologies also, the first one actually should be the 23-24 report cards were issued. I have the wrong school year, so I apologize. I have lots of school years in there.
All right. Business-related reports. September student enrollment report. Comments or questions on it?
It's nice to see the numbers going up. And I know it's kind of targeted in a couple areas, or not targeted, but with Odyssey and the little ones. But it's good to see numbers increasing.
And if we're lucky, the little ones will continue.
Yeah.
All right. Food service interim budget report. Okay. General fund interim budget report. It looks like we're just running basically on the same schedule as usual.
Yeah, it's pretty consistent now from year to year, so it's good to see.
Reinstallation of Inglesfield fence. Comments or questions there?
The road sure is in.
Yeah, general.
Nice to be able to go both directions.
Yeah.
All right. So when do they expect, I can't remember, when is it are we expecting to get the fence installed?
I'm hoping that we get the next vendor within the next week, so we can, both have assured me that they will work over the winter, and it'll be done.
Okay. School highlights. Comments or questions about the school highlights?
I appreciate getting them.
Always. And the Brave summative evaluation report. You are all excused. We will convene to close session. Is there a motion to do so? Go ahead, Helen. Katie. One is got the second. And you may vote. Josh, are you logged into the meeting?
Last time I tried it.